This morning, we are continuing to monitor a growing number of absences at schools across Charlotte as Operation Charlotte's Web continues. Now, for parents just waking up, students in the district will have an early release date today. Now, this was already scheduled. That's way back when the district's calendar was approved. And right now, CMS is choosing to stay with in-person learning despite calls from parents to move to remote learning.
We're still waiting for Tuesday's numbers, but updated numbers from Monday show 30,000 students were out of class. Many students who did go to school took part in protests, and already this morning we've heard from viewers that more walkouts are expected, with one planned at Julius Chambers High School. Also this morning, we're expecting a big gathering of protesters at the Home Depot on Windover. Multiple immigrant advocacy groups, including Indivisible Charlotte, PSL Charlotte, and the Carolina Migrant Network, will lead a protest beginning at 10:30.
Now, this morning, new questions are being raised over what some are characterizing as possible intimidation techniques from federal agents. A volunteer with the Carolina Migrant Network is speaking out after an encounter she had with agents led to her home.
WCNC Charlotte's Richard Devane now live in East Charlotte this morning, breaking down what people should know about that encounter. Richard.
Yeah, good morning to you, Ben. Good morning, Lisa. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. This person says she's doing what she can to let folks in the communities know when there is ICE activity. She's a volunteer for the Carolina Migrant Network, and she said she was just doing what she normally does. But then suddenly, after leaving one of the areas where this all happened, she was followed home. Now, this is Abigail Pepper, a volunteer with the Carolina Migrant Network, says the incident happened after she spotted several unmarked vehicles pulling into a supermarket here in East Charlotte. She said there was not a lot of activity there, so then she followed one of the cars who sped away for a safe distance of about an hour, half an hour, I should say. But then after a while, she noticed that vehicle started following her turn for turn into her neighborhood. She then stopped short and actually started following the agent. That agent then pulled right in front of her house, pointed at her house before speeding off and actually running through a red light. She says she called police, who told her that a few people have reported similar encounters. She believed the agent ran her license plate after multiple unmarked vehicles boxed her in when she first arrived at that scene at the shopping center.
I reported this back to CMN, and they had not heard of this, but apparently this has happened to more people than just myself. And so I think that's highly concerning.
She says highly concerning, and she says it's also raising the stakes, so to speak, the forms of aggression she says that the officers are using. She said she was not honking her horn, which she says she has heard could be considered obstruction of justice. She said the only thing she was doing was following and at times blowing a whistle to alert folks that there was ICE activity in the area. Of course, she says now that everybody should be concerned about the escalation of these agents' tactics. We're right here in East Charlotte. Richard Devane, we'll send it back to you.
Richard, thanks.